All right, guys, let's talk about Flamme Rouge racing. And boy, oh boy, round two was absolutely spectacular. Well, race two of round one was absolutely spectacular. And I got to say, man, our team did a great job of really controlling the race, making sure that we were either on the front, off the front, controlling that top 10, which is really where the best racing happened. That put me in a position where I can sprint well. That put Jeff in a position where he can sprint well. That put Mike in a position where he could do Mike things. If you know Mike, you know he loves to do Mike things, going off the front, really pushing the pace, making sure he went hard on climbs, and then ultimately, once we got to the KOM segments, was able to push and really make a huge difference. Which right now our team is still in second place. We've got the Brazilian team in first place, holding strong. And I've got to say, they are absolutely strong racers, strong riders. So chapeau to them. And man, they are making it tough for us to try and move up the ranks. And so with that being said, let's take it to the race.
I don't see anything in the chat from him. I thought I saw him pop up.
Not seeing
10
him
seconds.
online,
So
we may be a man short.
that's okay.
That's a shame, but
We'll still do it.
we got.
Yep. We get what we get. We don't get upset.
Yep.
Steering turned off, right?
Yep. Steering and braking turned off. And we're all on the Zwift Arrow.
Oh, we are. Damn it.
Yep.
I need
Well,
12 miles to upgrade my bike.
Well, the miles will go on to whatever you were on before it, like when you entered the pen. So
Oh, we're cool.
you don't lose them.
Yep.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry, I didn't put in my sprinter
That's all right.
name.
You can always add it.
I can see like there's OTR people that don't have it, and
Okay.
not quite the chill start I'd imagined.
Nope.
That's CYE on the front again.
Yep.
Works for me.
Exactly. Let them pull.
Yeah, this concrete
Problem is
doesn't
that-
have to be.
I was gonna say, if no one raced you in ladder, then they don't know. You can just walk away. If they don't chase you.
I don't know.
I don't think they're going anywhere yet.
No. And as long as
Concrete's all over.
I think as long as they see the GC tag on Mike, they're not gonna let him get far.
Well, concrete's marking me closer than my own shadow. Oh, pace is rising on the front again.
Yep. Got a GC guy and his sprinter.
The same ones?
Yeah, I think they're both coalition.
Okay.
Nope, sorry.
Got them.
One coalition, one OTR.
$5K to sprint one.
Yep.
Yep, and it's mostly downhill.
Well, the bridge crossing into the woodland area is uphill. Not by much, but
Welcome to your free trial of this race. Now it gets interesting.
oh yeah. Exactly.
Is there power up?
No, no power-ups.
Nope. We race like real men. Just remember, after the sprint, we need to stay in the front 10. Make sure we deliver.
Again, if me and Mike are feeling good, we can pull away.
Sure.
And got some of the sprinters that are dying.
It's where it gets rolly. I'll lead out the sprint. He's got to catch me, though.
So everyone's so eager.
Don't pull my...
I'm not. I'm just rolling. Got lined up on the left side, like a pro team. Here it goes.
Ah.
Jeff first.
That's
Nico
Jeff.
second. I was 9th and Hamza was 10th, for what it's worth.
Now, for anyone who's done these kinds of races knows that this is probably the hardest
PR,
part
Hamza.
of being a sprinter or being any sort of segment seeker on these style
Keep
races,
pushing a little.
because as the peloton is passing me, my only focus is on I've got to stay with this group. I've got to keep up. I've got to hold on to their wheel, because even though the segments are FTS, which benefit a
people
scenario
pushing.
where you can
Mike,
just
watch
drop
out.
back, take it easy. FTS
Yeah.
by yourself is still not
You're right.
easy, especially when it comes to
We'll be all right.
sprinting. And so it's always an intense focus and energy of your heart rate's already at
He's going
max.
for wild card.
Your legs are
I'm sure of it.
already being pushed to the limit. but you still have to hold on. You have to hold on to the wheel, you have to keep up, and you have to keep pushing. And as you heard there, Mike was talking about a guy that basically, after the sprint, went off the front and just kept going and has built himself a few second gap and will ultimately continue to increase that gap until the next segment.
How are you recovering, Jeff?
Okay.
All right, cool. After this one,
If
it's a longer gap between this one and the next one.
If I'm not top 5, is it worth going for?
No. I think it's
No.
just Miguel needs it, right? Because you have to be
No. Huey's the wild card.
Oh, sprinters? Cool.
No, it's just Huey. This one's not a
Just
sprinter
Huey.
one.
Gotcha. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was Miguel that wild card.
No, the only thing we can get out of this is if Huey gets through it in the top 5. The next one, Miguel and Huey, fastest times.
Okay.
I
This
still
is
think it's
where-
worth it chasing one guy down for one spot.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's especially at this point, because that just basically means your goal is now first 4 of this group instead of first 5.
Just watch for breakaway after this roundabout.
Yep.
Because that's about a kilometer or so till the sprint.
Yeah, you guys let me know if we need to do something.
Yeah, we won't have to do anything yet, Hamza.
Okay, cool.
Except for if the group splits, we need to make it on the right side.
Cool.
There's enough sprinters and enough people to keep the pace fast, so we shouldn't have to do much.
Cool.
Just be on our toes ourselves.
Now, as we approach the Sasquatch Sprint, now this segment is essentially FAL, meaning first across the line, and it's only for the people that are participating in the wildcard segment. Now, on many races, the way this typically works, if this is a sprint finish, people already at this point are starting to push hard. As soon as you come around that loop or that roundabout, people are starting to push hard. They're starting to try and splinter off, especially people with a stronger sprint that have been sitting in the draft for a while, you know, kind of saving their legs. But typically, as you start to pass this bridge, my recommendation, especially if it's a sprint finish, you start to push at this point.
At the boathouse.
Fastest time is just first across the line, so hold
as
your
you're
sprint.
approaching this little hut or house, so that way you can start to get momentum on this downhill and hit the sprint start at your max speed. Now, I'm not the wild card participant, so I'm basically doing my best to just kind of keep pushing. So
Watch out,
as Huey comes up behind me, there on the left in red, as he comes up behind me, which unfortunately we don't have steering turned on,
Go.
he
Way to go, Huey.
put him in a different spot. I could basically help lead him up, which is why I
Great
slowed
job.
down once he passed
There we
me,
go.
because I didn't want to continue leading out
Nice.
anybody else.
Is this the sprint coming up now?
Yep.
Not yet. Well, it's coming, but not on this bridge.
Yeah.
So the first one, now the second.
Yeah, the next one
Yep.
is the one that matters.
Cool. Wow, they're going early.
No,
Yeah.
it's conk right.
Yeah, 'cause it's not here yet. That's what I did before.
But he was just going.
Conk right's a GC.
He's not going anywhere.
All right, here it goes. Oh my god. Good job, Jeff. Holy shit.
Jeff,
Nice.
no second.
Woohoo. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I got a PR.
Come on, Hamza.
I'll tell you what, Mike, that man bun helps a lot. Makes it easy to spot.
Nice work, Miguel.
Just,
Our job
just
here
stay
is
in the
done.
draft, Mike.
Well,
Stay in the draft.
half of your job, Huey.
He can't help it.
You still score at the finish line.
I'll do my best. Whew.
This climb is super draftable all the way up and gets easier in the back half.
That's why I'm staying way in the back. We're just gonna pace it and type.
First half I did it in ladder recently in under 4 minutes, so I'll give you an idea of how long to dig in for.
Probably 5 minutes for me. I have something.
Yeah, same here. I'm slowing down. Hopefully, other people slow down too. All right, good. Yeah, OTR pushing up.
So this sprint not being included as a segment meant that some people might push hard, try and get a better positioning. Some people might not. We do end up staying together in spite of what we thought might happen, but we still want to push a little bit hard on the front because this is where, when it comes to like World Tour teams, this is where the positioning matters. Getting your guys closer to the front, getting the guys, as we hit the climb, things are going to splinter off. People are going to start to fall off the back. If you get your strongest guys up front, in my case, I wanted to push up,
Chris across the line.
keep Mike in the draft, so that way I can set the pace, start to create that fracturing in the back, and ultimately position Mike for a good launch on the climb, since he's our GC guy.
Who's the team that is ahead of us from last week?
ZTBR.
TDR? What are
Yeah.
they carrying?
The Brazilians in the yellow.
Gotcha.
Yellow and blue.
So there's 3 of them here.
I believe
Yeah.
there's 4. There's at least 4.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty strong.
Oh, I see one behind me. The GC is the last one.
Yeah, the GC guy is
Right.
a fucking beast.
Yeah. He's coming from behind. Maybe mark him.
He's too strong for me to mark. I'm gonna do my own
Yes.
thing, force him
Yeah.
to react
Yep.
to me.
Yeah, yeah. you're pretty strong too.
And so while I fought hard on that initial effort, as you can see, I'm starting to fall off the back little by little. After multiple sprint efforts and doing my best to keep up pace with some of these guys, it just starting to take its toll. And so at this point, my focus is really looking at, okay, who's behind me, who's around me, and what can we do? Can I, stay with this group? You see Huey push up in front of me, got another rider there pushing up past me from Coalition. And so I figure if I can just stay with them, just hold on to their wheel, I won't be by myself, and that'll help me set the pace for what I want the rest of this climb to look like. And because I did that recon ride the other day, I knew what the climb would feel like and what it would look like, and it was just fresh in my head. And so I knew where I wanted to put the most amount of effort in, but also where I needed to reserve some effort because there are other parts of this climb that I knew I needed to push a little bit harder. Now, as I hit the tabletop for the middle section in between both climbs, I know that I need to just get myself prepared for the next round of climbing because, again, our stage is not over yet. This being a race where there are finishing points, I needed to make sure that I cross the line in as good of a position as possible. The struggle is real at this point, and man, my legs are feeling it. And so I am just doing what I can to be as steady as possible. Because again, now we've got a group of about 5 or 6 riders that we're working with. Sort of not like we're not taking turns off the front to help each other, but I've got Hugh behind me, and
keep pushing,
I'm
guys.
looking at just kind of maintaining a strong enough pace where if he's able to hold my wheel, then we can start to really break away. Again, as we get to this part of the climb, we're basically done with the easiest parts of the It's a KOM. And so I'm looking at how much energy I got left, what I got in the tank, which is why I take this kind of middle section at some low wattage there. But now that I know I'm at the back half where it's steady effort all the way to the finish line, I know that it's, I've got to push and I got to make sure that I don't let anybody pass me. And so this is where digging deep mentally really makes the biggest difference. My heart rate's in the 170s, which is a good spot because that means I'm entering this section with some capacity. Legs are hurting, legs are feeling it, but I know that, again, my heart's in it, not too far, not too far from my max, but at the same time, I've got enough reserve here where I know that I can make the effort count. And so ultimately what I decide on is I'm going to push and I'm going to keep pushing and I'm going to go beyond as good as I can. And as you can see, I'm not that far off from my 20-minute power, holding, 3.2, 3.3 around there. But ultimately trying to push a little bit harder on these steeper segments because I know that's typically how, races are won. When you can push a little bit harder on these segments than everybody else, they're going to struggle, they're going to lose focus, and maybe they, panic sets in. And can they, or doubt starts to set in, and the mental battles, really, that's where the mental battle begins. And I'm not far off the front. I'm only a second or so off the front. But because I'm pushing a little bit harder than everybody else, holding, 3.2, 3.3. Now, a couple of these guys in this group are in the D pen. So in theory, they're not as strong, although I got passed by a bunch of D pen guys on this climb. So obviously they are more than capable if they're in this race at this point. And so I'm just pushing on. My face, as I was editing this, I was like, man, my composure on my face just went to, my brain was in Watopia. I was in the virtual world of Zwift and could feel the environment around me and let basically everything else in my real life kind of fade to the background. And so as we hit this steep part of the climb, I knew that this was my make it or break it moment. I've already got 3 seconds off the front, and they're not coming back at this point. I'm not going to let them come back. I know I need to go hard. It's only about a minute or so effort at this point. You see Mike pushing it hard there at the end, hearing him on comms.
I came third.
Because
Nice.
it is a hard finish when you get past this point. And so I'm digging in deep, going as hard as I can to increase that gap, knowing that I'm almost there. And this corner here is where you can lose so much momentum if you ease off the pedal. And so I'm just thinking about getting to the top, trying to hold my effort as long as I can. End up reducing it a bit because I know I got a few seconds off the front, about almost 8, 9, 10 seconds, somewhere around there off the front. But as you'll see, I start to lose momentum very quick. And so I don't want to get to the top of this effort and then have the guy behind me catch me and pass me. Now, again, while I'm racing this, I'm not looking at who these people are. I'm just looking at how far back they are. I see the names start to get a little bit bigger on my screen. And so I'm like, all right, if he's going to try and go, he's going to try and catch up. He's already at 4 seconds, 3 seconds now. I'm like, I got to push it. And I got to make sure not only do I get across this line, because the line was not the finish, it's 200 meters beyond, but I need to increase that gap to let him know that, hey, I'm not going to go quietly and you're not going to catch me. And that's basically what happens here. I end up increasing my gap again. He ends up slowing down, losing another couple seconds to me. And so at this point, I just coast in because I knew there was no way in that 6 second gap he was going to catch me.
Oh my God. Good job, fellas.
11th for Miguel. Is that 12th for Huey?
Yeah, the 12th to 13th, he came in right behind me.
Yeah,
Great job, fellas.
12.
Nice one, Huey.
Great job, guys.
Oh,
Considering we had 4, we dominated this race.
All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that race. And for more racing content, you know where to come check us out. See ya.